Morning YouTube, yes it's me and I'm back again. Now if you've seen part one of this visual fiasco, welcome back. If not, if you're watching part two first, or this is the first ever shambolic presentation of mine that you've seen, welcome anyway. In fact, you're even more welcome for swelling the minuscule dwindling numbers of my pathetic renditions that I laughingly call a channel. Still, never mind. Now then, previously, oh I love saying that, you know, in a previous episode, it almost sounds like big budget TV, doesn't it? However, Steven Spielberg I am not, and I'm certainly not Aaron Spelling. They do have some peculiar names, these people, don't they? Still, never mind. Now, I did mention towards the end of my first ramshackle presentation that I'd done a channel trailer because I was continually getting pestered by YouTube every time I logged on with animations and logos and all sorts of silly adverts, and or as my friend calls them, advertisement. He nearly does that because he knows it annoys me. Or is it because I let him think that it annoys me, because I actually like the word advertisements? Well, whatever. Anyway, I noticed that one of the comments was, why hadn't I done any outdoor videos for a while? Now, I'm sorry, but I can't remember the name of the person who did it. But, however, spurred on by that yesterday, because I have limited internet access, and I was at the library before I went to work, and I noticed a comment. I thought, oh well, strike me colours and sink me if I won't go out this evening and do an overnighter. So when I finished work at 9:30, I bimbled off home, collected such gear as I could find lying around, and bimbled up to the woods. And here I am. And here you are. And there you are, Ralph. Especially for you, yet again. The all-important cup of joe. So, to that person, I hope this is a suitable sacrifice to you. Made at great personal risk. Well, okay, great personal dampness. Because by the powers it didn't have to chuck it down last night. But never mind. I'm here now and I've got coffee, and that's all that matters. And hopefully I've got a little bit of video in the can to upload, possibly today. Assuming I can get on a computer at the library. So without too much more rambling, show you the rucksack that I brought with me, which is my Carrymore Bobcat, which as you can see is a 55 litre, but it does expand 65 litres with the snow collar, which is there in front, and that's the badges I should say, the Union flag, stars and bars, and the Canadian maple. But don't worry, Stephen, I will at some point be sewing on the stars and stripes. I don't want you to feel left out, seeing as you very kindly supplied the main bits of equipment that I use. So that is basically about it, really. The little green thing in the centre of the picture for Ralph, or regular viewers, is the plastic and gaffer tape sleeve of my windshield, which is I didn't need to use this morning because the wind has completely died away. And it's now about 7:45 on Saturday the 2nd of November. In the morning, that is, obviously, because I've just emerged from the land of Nod. You know, because this morning I went up the Wooden Hill to Bedfordshire, and slept the sleep of the just. Or as my mum says, the only thing you sleep is the sleep of the just stupid. And who am I to argue with such a knowledgeable and gracious lady? I have to say that because she's bigger than me. And scarier. Still, but having said that, most people are. So, that's basically about it. I hope you enjoyed this little sub 20-minute jaunt out into the Bundu. Just a quick, as I say, a quick overnight. I will be better prepared in future ones. The £2 tarp from the range stood up extremely well to the onslaught of rain last night, which just goes to prove, as I said in my channel trailer, that you don't need to spend a fortune. In fact, the more bang for your buck that you get, I think, the more you enjoy it, because, you know, you get a kind of smug satisfaction in knowing that you are doing exactly the same thing as other people on a 20th of their budget, or even less. I mean, budget-wise, as I say, my tarp, which I've had exceedingly good use out of, that cost £2. The ridge line, which is there, is a piece of 9mm climbing rope that I found in a field at the side of the motorway. So that was Nick's, gratis, free, call it what you will. My Carrymore Bobcat I got for £30 in a sale. Should have been 120. Can't beat bargains like that. Or as my mate Mick would say, Baggins, which I always thought was the surname of Bilbo in The Hobbit, but he does have a slightly peculiar accent, even worse than mine. And he pronounces bargains as baggins. And who am I to argue, him being the stout, sterling chap that he is. And my blue and black sleeping bag there cost £20 in a sale. I know it's, as I say, it's rated to -3, but with the silk liner, which is there, easily comfortable down to -12. And the silk liner itself only cost £8. That came from one of our local cheap jack supermarkets called Aldi. And they were so cheap I actually bought 2. And they're so well made, the second one is still in its original packaging. Never been out of the packaging yet. The blue ground sheet that you can see there, or turquoise actually, don't know how well the colour is on this, that cost me £1 at the range. And that little blue one that's lined with red, I found at the side of the road. So, you know, just goes to show you can do things cheaply and with style. I like to think that I do, on occasion, do things with a little bit of bohemian flair. But you are the judges of such preposterous statements, and I bow to your comments. So I hope you liked this visual fiasco. As always, it's a Fred Carno's Circus production in association with Casey's Court Productions. So if you like this, stick around and watch some more. If you don't, well, let me know why you don't like it and I will endeavour to improve. So, as always, thanks for watching, tell your friends, and bye.